So there are three things I want to talk about now, which is three capabilities that an organization needs to have. And those are creative abrasion, creative agility, and creative resolution. So creative abrasion is simply the idea that we're going to have vigorous discussions as an organization. And by vigorous discussions, I mean we're going to get into a room and we're going to argue about what the right thing to do is. A simple analogy that I have for this is the following. I've had the experience where when I go to bed at night and I've been working on a problem, I go to sleep and in the middle of the night I wake up and I think, oh, I've got exactly the right answer. And then I go back to sleep and I wake up in the morning and I look at that answer that I thought and it's like, what was I thinking? And it's sort of like my subconscious mind when I was sleeping came up with an idea, but in the morning when I woke up, my conscious mind looked at it and said, that doesn't make any sense, and poked at it. Well, it's the same idea of what we want to do with a group of people. We want to get them into a room and say, let's debate the idea. Let's see how we can make this idea better. And I'm just saying that that concept we call creative abrasion. It polishes our ideas so that they're better. The next piece is creative agility. And this morning, Sarah talked about failure. Creative agility is the idea of testing a bunch of ideas and seeing which ones stick. So you're trying to go from, you have a product idea where you're trying to get here, but you're here right now. And if it's innovative, a new product, and you've never done it before, by definition, you don't know how to get here. So you're going to have to do a bunch of experiments along the way to get there. In Silicon Valley, there's this phrase called fail quickly. And I will just tell you that I don't want to fail quickly. I want to succeed quickly. In order to succeed quickly, you have to do a bunch of experiments. And so here's a little animation of the idea of what we're talking about here. We're going to try a whole bunch of ideas, and we're going to throw them up in the air and keep on working on them. And some of them are going to work out, and some are not. But the ones that don't work out, as was discussed this morning, those are not failures. The only time when you have a failure is when you didn't learn something from your experiment. Because if you've learned something from your experiment, you can figure out how to adjust to get back up here. But when you're going up there, you're going to have a bunch of turns that take you the wrong way, and you have to adjust. Another part that we found that all these organizations had in common was creative resolution. How do we make decisions? So many organizations, and you've all been in this room, you have a group of people, you have faction A and faction B, and people who come in that are on team A, they say, our idea is the best, we should do this one. And the people who are in team B, they come in and say, oh, no, our idea is better, we should do this. And what happens is they negotiate, and the people in team A say, yeah, I know I got to work with you in the future, so all right, we'll do some of your stuff. And so they take some of the stuff out of team B's ideas, right? We've all been in that room. And then team B says, yeah, okay, we got to do some of team A stuff. But here's what you get when you do that. You get A and B equals C, you would think. But actually, what I just described is this. It's A and B equals the LCD, the lowest common denominator. What's actually happened is that in making decisions in this way, by choosing, and just doing politics to choose which is going to work, you've actually picked the least useful thing out of both of the ideas, and that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is this. You want to take ideas A and B and combine them to come up with a whole new idea, C.